Hello everyone, welcome back to VTech Solutions. First of all, wish you all a very happy Diwali. As a special Diwali gift, I'm excited to share my complete end-to-end project course, that is from code to deployment, how it is done in the SDLC project, along with DevOps CI/CD integration. If you are new here, make sure to subscribe to my channel because this course will help you clearly understand how real IT projects works from start to finish. In this video course, you will understand what exactly a developer, QA testing team, support team will be doing in a project, and we will see SDLC starting from product analysis, requirement gathering, design phase, coding phase, build and integration team, operationals and support team, testing team, exactly what it is done in the entire SDLC project we will discuss, and some of the important pain points and the limitations in the traditional model. Then what is continuous integration, how CI pipelines work, what are all the best common practices which we follow in CI, then what is continuous deployment, delivery, and what are the challenges we will face it in the manual deployment, how we are going to solve this with the help of release pipeline, with the help of automation, and then finally what is a DevOps, how DevOps works in an organization. Once theoretically we complete this, we will be seeing exactly the development project code, how they commit, how they do integration testing, and what exactly QA automation team will do the Selenium code with the help of TestNG framework. Then from the support team point of view, how the code is deployed, the artifacts on the Tomcat server, and then the integration of GitHub, Jenkins. Finally, an end-to-end execution of continuous integration, deployment, and continuous testing. So watch till the end of the video. Then only you will get a better clarity on exactly what is happening in the IT projects. Let's get started. Today, I'll explain you first traditional model, and then what is CI/CD, in that how it came, and it's like every topic I will talk like that person. For example, as a development, what is they are doing, as a deployment, what they will do, as a testing, what others will do. So it's not based on only testing point of view. This going to be mixed of all the three department, and don't have a mindset like no, I want only non-technical stuff. I don't have interest towards, why should I, what is the use of learning this technical stuff? Anyhow, I'm not going to be a developer. Such mindset, please break it up, because right now we are in the era like DevOps, almost all the projects where they change from waterfall to agile model. So it's not so far like we work along with every developer and the support team. That is how the organizational roadmaps are happening. So rather than visualizing something, if you know what exactly everyone will do means, then definitely our sound will be good in the team, because they say like it's functional team, they don't know the tech stuff. But when we know, okay, this is what you're doing, right? So when we know what is their work, definitely in the meetings and everything, you will sound a little bit better. Um, so this is what, in an open mind, try to listen all the things. Some of them may have exposure towards some projects, some definitely new to this term itself, maybe from the waterfall model or V model. So whatever it is, you park all your questions, just listen what I am going to explain you. So first, a little bit about traditional model, we must know it. And traditional model means it can be waterfall or it can be V model. So normally what happens in this traditional model, we have design first, we will analyze the product and design will come. Then the development will happen. After development, unit testing will be there. Then QA testing, deployment. After deployment, maintenance activity will happen. So every phase will have the respective team members. Leave about these roles and other things. The process only very important. If it's a V model, we involve the QA team will involve in every phases from the requirement discussion itself. If it's a waterfall model, we come at the later part. So first, I'm going to take a traditional model. So from the point of product analysis. So in this example, I'm going to consider this particular website where I have access. So here, this is a particular customer. For this customer, see now we are going to talk as a customer or a product analysis team or product management team. Nothing but it depends. Sometimes clients or the customer itself will give some informations or they will give an idea. Development team, testing team will pick, mostly dev team, architect guys will come and discuss on that, come up with a feasibility plan, what we can develop, what we cannot develop, like that. So here the product analysis happens, the product management teams comes into the picture. What exactly they will do is they will set the functional roadmap of the product by doing market research and the customer survey. So for example, if you want to develop a product at the time of release, that should be useful. It should not be invalid, or that requirement should not be outdated, or you're developing something that should be maximum used by the people. So we must know market research and customer surveys. A simple difference between us, Geo and Airtel. The reason why Geo was successful just because of the attitude showed by the Airtel on the customer care. Now everything is changed. So they did a very proper market analysis and then only they came into the market. Surveys, feedbacks, these are all very important, and market research. And finally, okay, for this particular customers, they came up with some new functionalities, or already the some of the functionalities will be available. So we need to modify some of the existing functionality. Like this, the product management came into the picture. So here, what are the requirements is, these are all the for simplicity, I just took some 5 example, like we want to develop alert pop-up page, mouse event, iframe, web tables, and there is an existing functionality, registration form, where you have to update some features into the existing page. So these are all new requirement. This is existing requirement. Like this, the requirement came. See, sometimes this will be given directly by the customer. Sometimes dev team, architect team will work into this, come up with the requirements. Then requirement document, testing, so many documents, specification documents will be created at this level. And that will have what is an architecture I'm going to use it, what is a database, every details will have it in terms of technical, non-technical means. For the testing, functional requirement document will be there. So we will have an idea about what is that alert, what is mouse event or iframe, like that. From here, some documents will come. So this is a very simple snapshot or screenshot of each requirements. So if you want to click on this confirm alert, you will get a pop-up. You have to handle OK, cancel. And then you want to double click or right click, or you are having an iframe, means multiple web page view in the same page. Employee details, and this is an existing feature. So in this design phase, what will happen? Sometimes this will be there will be an UI UX designer where they will design this. Okay, this is how the page should be, like that they will design it, or else customers will give like an image. This is what I needed. it will vary. So finally, okay, this is how the design or the web page needs to be there, and it will be conveyed through the development team. If testing teams are involved here, testing team will understand each requirement and they will write all the test scenarios, positive scenarios, negative scenarios. What if a negative, for example, what if I click on cancel? What if I click on okay? If I'm so all the negative scenarios. So testing team will think in terms of testing point of view. Now we are going to focus on the dev team. So what exactly dev team will do is, so for this example, 3 developers I am taking. So developer one, developer two, developer three. So developer one, this is a tool called Eclipse, and then another IDE called IntelliJ. We have these two IDE most commonly used by the Java developers. So this is Java application. Let's assume for simplicity. So every requirement, see how they will develop now. See, this is having a 5 requirement. 5 requirement means every developer will take one requirement. It's not like one require. If it is too complex only, 2% will go and work on single requirement. 99 percentage, they want to split the complex requirement into easier module, and then individually only development will happen. So they will develop which are what is the necessary softwares, everything, jar files, whatever needed. They will first develop in their local system. That is our local desktop. And after they do a development, what will happen? We want all the code to integrate it, right? See, if you keep it in a local, what happens if your hard disk corrupted? You lost everything, right? Almost your all the development task, you will be losing it. So on daily basis, actually not even daily basis, on hourly basis, whenever they complete some particular coding part, what they do, there is something called GitHub. So it is like keeping our code in a centralized repository. Just imagine if 3 person works in 3 Excel sheet, there will be a share folder where you keep your Excel sheet in that share folder means even if it is deleted, that will be safe in that, like Google Drive, where we keep Excel sheet. No, it means always it will be safe. It is in the cloud. Same way, GitHub is like that. So it has many advantages. Why we have GitHub, GitLab, TFS, so many tools available. I have taken these tools because the demo is also created with these tools only. Finally, what will happen? They will integrate all the requirement one, requirement two. First, they will integrate with that requirement three will integrate. So combined code of each requirement will be available. So this is the work of the development team. Now comes build and the integration team. So here only again the process will be varying between the projects or organization. So now we know the combined code of each requirement. From here we are starting. So there is a team called build and integration team. In some companies, the dev team itself will do it. Some company, they will have a separate team for this. So they try to compile the entire project because see here it is very simple 5 requirement 3 developers. Sometimes what will happen, large scale development project will be there, like multiple scrum team will be there, maybe 50 requirements want to start means like 5 development team. So develop 5 agile team or scrum team, whatever it is. So you cannot have a common person. So in that scenario, 5 team means there should be some build and integration team where they will have an environment. In that, they will try to. So this integration part will be done by this particular build team. So what exactly they will do is they will compile the project. Compile the project means they will check whether is there any error, any leakage, or all the objects are properly it is having
proper reference object, unused variable. So many tools are there. When they run it, it will tell code coverages, documentation, and they will compile the project, and finally they create it as a package. So here there are some problems are there. We'll come to that. Before that, we'll complete the process. Here, once that package is ready, now the third team comes into the picture, that is called operation team. This development team, see again, this is also a development team, no doubt on it. But they are giving a build and integration team. Finally, they will have a package and instruction. Instruction means, for example, so many environments we have, dev environments, QA1, QA2, SIT. In simple, we'll say SIT. After SIT, we'll go to UAT, which is nothing but pre-production, then production. So who is doing all these stuff is this operational team. What they exactly do is they will have one, it's a single file, war file or jar file. And there are some server will be there in that server, like Tomcat server. So they will go and deploy it, installing this particular jar file, and they have to make sure that server is not fully occupied. It should be, the process should be good, because when you deploy it, the application should be enough, that performance should be proper. Like that, they will deploy it. Then what will happen? Example, let's consider they deploy it into the testing environment. Once they deploy into the testing environment, we will get QA team. Then we will start testing environment, means it can be, again here also depends on the organization. Some of them will, some project will have 4 to 5 testing environment. So in simple, I will put SIT, after that UAT, and then production. Okay. So what we will do, the same process in SIT, we will have already test scenarios. We will test it either, as of now, let's consider manually. All the test cases are tested and defects are raised, defect or bug. So now only development will team will work on it. For example, this alert page issues is there if you mention, then what again will happen? Okay, this is in the requirement to defect is raised. So this person will go and fix the defect and then check in the code. Again, what will happen? Same process will happen. See, it will not directly come to us. They will go to the integration team. They will compile the project, and then again they will deploy into the environment, testing environment. Then they will say build is successful. So what we will do, we will go for the smoke testing. Smoke testing is used to check whether the build is stable or not. Like all the important functionality works fine or not. Then we'll go for the sanity. After that, regression. So this process happens to and fro. Finally, all the defects will be closed. Sometimes the defects will not be closed. It will move to the next release. And final, now this is the final version of package. See here, so many defects raised. It means what? A lot of integrations are done. The codings are upgraded. Now we have this code. The final version means, or it is fixed code. There is no defect. I can't say there will be some defect, hidden defect. Everything is working according to the requirement, and that final version of package, they will deploy it into the production, and we can see it in the live environment. So this is what happens in all the software development lifecycle, a traditional model via waterfall model. This is what happens. So here environments, as I said, these are all these many environments actually available. So analyzing and the design itself, they will have one environment and the common build environment. So development team, they integrate everyone's requirement. No, sometimes multiple team requirement. They will have a common build environment. Here itself, like 2 URLs will be there. And when we come for testing, as per the book definitions and all, it is SIT and pre-production UAT. And once this is done, we'll go for production. In one of the project which I worked it, we were having 5 environment. In that, one is production and one is pre-production. Remaining 3, it's all about testing environment. Like here in this example, it is just only one testing environment. So it's purely differ based on the customer requirement or project requirement. But there will be only one production, one UAT. So before going to live production, uh, it is like the data will be similar to production. With that, we will test it. That's what user acceptance testing. Similar setup of production. That's what pre-production. And once the production is successful, it will go live. So there are some problems in this traditional model. So this problem I am defining based on the dev team. First of all, integration is difficult and time consuming. I mean it. This is very, very, very tough. See, coding a requirement is very easy team. But when you integrate 2% code, 3% code, multiple team code, it is going to be a big problem. And what are some of the problem is team one is there. Team one code went perfectly. Within that itself, they will integrate 3 users code as team one. Now team two code, when you integrate, it will affect even team one code also. So this type of problems will come in the integration part. So it is difficult to resolve issues at the end of release. Sometimes like out of 50 requirements, 45 requirement went well and 46th requirement you check in the code, remaining 45 it would have not worked or it would have crashed. So what they will do, they will roll back. Roll back means going back to the previous version where it worked properly. So such type of problems will come in integration. It is very, very difficult, time consuming, and resolving this issue is not that much easier. If they followed a proper process, somewhat we can resolve the issues. And team can be slowed down by intermediate merging issue. That's what I know. Some team, even if they do a mistake on this integration part, everyone's will be affected because of that. And a long feedback for functional flaws. See, the problem here is after integrating all these requirement, then only it is coming to the testing team. Testing team comes in the later part, means defects will come, the feedbacks will come later. And we know very well how, if the defect is found in the later stage, defect fixing cost is high. How early you find the defect, that is good for the project. Low cost to fix that. And this is a long iterative procedure in the traditional model. So that is where the first word comes. See, in all the uh, job profiles or the customer's requirement, they will mention CI/CD. So what's the first word is continuous integration. So till now, what we discussed is traditional model. Now we are putting this to agile. Agile means, you know very well, a small team, we work together, 5 to 9 members of team. Instead of working on big requirements, we take us easy or smaller user stories, 2 to 4 weeks of sprint. This is how we will work. So I'm not going into agile. Let's go into directly the process. Continuous integration. What this is, it's a development practice that requires the developers to integrate code into shared repository several times a day. See, this is what we discussed before. Traditional model. After multiple developers, they checked in their code. This is a combined code ready for integration. Then build and integration team. So multiple team code will come here. They will integrate, compile, finally have the package. So here what they are doing, they see this is purely manual process, fully manual process. And if you have SIT, UAT or any other build environment, for everything, this team will give you the instruction. Instruction means, see, in this database only, you should have the, see, every environment will have their own database. Database means to save our value, all the data. So this instruction, so many chances there for doing mistakes. So what they are doing, they are bringing a concept called pipeline. Pipeline means it's just change in the process, converting everything into an automated process. So there is no manual task. So this continuous integration means once we will have our this final code, no, this is the final code, combined code ready for integration. Technically in GitHub, we will say master branch or main branch means all the codes reviewed. Now it's all ready to compile into the project. So this is, so here we are ready. We are going to do this full process as an automated. What they will do is they bring something called build server. They create one server. After this, when they compile the project, they will create as a var or jar file, and this project will be automatically tested. See, it is not done by the QA team, it is done by the dev team itself using some JUnit framework. So for every functionality, they will do automated testing. And what happens, everything here, the things automated, unit testing module for requirement 1 tested, requirement 2 tested, requirement 3 tested, as a combination of these tested. So that process will happen in dev team also. And this var and jar file, they will go and deploy it into that build server. So build a server means, for example, let's have 10 developers. Then if, for example, developer, okay, first developer will check in the code, means this will go till this process. Automated testing will happen in this build server. It will tell to all the developers, see your whatever the code which you sent, it is successful. So they will have, if you went, if you have seen the development team area, they will have definitely one big development team or support team. They will have one screen where you can keep seeing the build, how many build pass, how many build failed. For every environment they can see the changes. Customers also will be here. So in this, okay, per day, for example, if you take Facebook and all, per day at least 2000 bills will be there. 2000 bills, I'm not saying, exaggerating, you can google it. 2000, if you take Amazon and all, 2000 to 3000 bills per day they will build. In sense, someone will check in the code. So they will know very early itself there is a problem in the code. Okay, now for example, 3 developers check in the code, means it will go in the queue process. Developer 1, after that developer 2, developer 3. So first this will go and deploy, and automatically results will be published. Then 2, then 3. So here we will have a very detailed build report. Suppose because of dev 3, developer 3 requirement, something happened, means then they know it, the failure will be known to every developer. There is nothing called build an integration team. They will drop a mail and say everything is fully automated, and they will know, even the customers, clients, whoever in that team, they will know clearly what is happening in that. So now they will have a better idea. So here in this continuous integration, automated testing, it is not a part of CI, but they made it into that. This is nothing but, see, this unit testing is done by the development team. Now QA means manual testing is there, automation testing is there. Now whatever the requirement, in this example it's a pop-up handling, that requirement respective automation code will be ready. They will keep it ready. The second this deployed, for example, the second it went into the SIT. SIT build is successful, means automatically testing will happen. Smoke testing will happen. After smoke is successful, sanity will happen. Sanity is successful, regression will happen. See, it is for every check-in of the code. Developer 1 check in their code, this process will happen. Developer 2, so parallelly multiple jobs will be running. And it's like no need to raise a defect, right? Already everything is fully automated. Now the dev 3 person checking the code, because of that we already know what is the functionality, so we would have coded it from the testing team point of view. So if the test case fails, they also will get the mail. Testing team also will get the mail. So you don't need to wait for someone to raise the defect. By seeing the report itself, team can understand, okay, the problem is here. They will start fixing it. So this is what continuous integration. So the main objective here is this particular build and integration team. This integration, compiling the project, converting this jar file, testing this, everything is fully automated. So you no need to wait for anyone to analyze where the failures happens. Everything will know then and there because mail communications. So there are some rules we need to follow if we want to achieve CI. Always a centralized repository. The code should be in a single point. If you have multiple places, then again a big problem in integration. And definitely the developer should frequently check in the code. This should happen. This every time a developer check in the code, what should happen? The build process, that is deploying this code, and everything should be automated. Build should be automated, and it should compile the code and also execute automation script. Here two part is there. One is development team will do using JUnit framework, and testing team will use the TestNG or Cucumber, depends upon the project. So that will happen. Very important is the development stops priority is to fix unsuccessful build. So continuously 10 developers check in the code. At one point of time, someone's code is failed means, see here you can't hide it. Everyone will know it, right? So you'll be more conscious on what you code, what you do the check-in, the reports, everything will be in the cloud. So within the dev team itself, it's 100% transparency. So you can't hide anything. So because of this code, some build is there, some build is unsuccessful, the person will work on it. Maybe a fresher or few years experience. So the architect will be looking into it, developer manager will be looking into it. When something is not happening, they will pitch in very quickly. So they will be keep asking, what's the problem? Okay, is this a problem? They will pitch and they will come, okay, do this. And they make that build as successful as early as possible. And the results of every build shows always shared with all developers. Sometimes if testing team a part of automation team or some important your leads who works with this dev team point of contact, they will not give for the entire team. Sometimes testing team group will be there, they will be adding that. So you can see some mails. So this process is, this patch is applied tonight, this is successful, this environment is running, this environment is not running. In some company they have the URL, you can go and check. Company instance a project, you can go and check how many build pass fails, which can we start testing. Every details are fully published. So this is how CA will work. So the pain point which we already discussed, it gave the solution. See, integration is difficult, time consuming, which is now we automated. And it is difficult to resolve issues at end of the release. Actually here we found as early as possible. The testing has happened in the early stage itself. Even when you the second you check in, testing going to happen very quickly. So frequent integration, and you will know which integration, which code check-in made a problem. So it is very easy to resolve for the development team to fix the problem, and a team can be slowed down by intermediate merging. Here no problem, build brokens are fixed immediately. Priority, multiple team members will be there. As I already said, everyone knows which build failed, so they work together and make things happen on time. And developers is notified immediately if build failures, if defect happens. So there is no need to wait for a testing team to raise a defect. If they do a testing, next is again the mail is going to go at like this many sanity testing passed, this is failed with the report, accurate report. So that gives a very easy for them to fix the flow, and it's a short iteration process. When it is short iteration, definitely faster time to market. That is why agile came. Agile methodology having a lot of frameworks. It depends on the framework, but at the end, every framework says only one thing: how fast you're going to deliver the product, and focusing on small requirement user story rather than working on big requirement. So for the market change, we should be ready. This is CI part. Now we are entering into deployment part. See, in many organization, especially in agile team, this team is always, we will not have any idea about what they are doing. Mostly we will have an interaction with the dev team in all that thing. Mostly this deployment team, dev team versus deployment team, only the talk will happen. So here the dev team will give the package. Okay, package in sense, the integration team, everything happen. They will have an instruction, this war and jar file I'm saying, instruction like, okay, in this particular server, this is a database, you have to properly map it, this is a credential. So all the things will be taken care by the operational team, and they will deploy into the particular environment. We will say environment, they will say server. This problem is correctness of instruction in sense, everything is manual process. If there is a mistake in instruction, like database wrongly mentioned, or while doing a configuration they wrongly did something, means it's going to be a big trouble. This will happen, naturally will happen. And difference in instruction across the multiple environments means definitely it's going to be even more complex. Error chances are there when we do it manually, and deployments are sophisticated, high impact with the downtime. Something is not working, definitely the downtime will be very high, fixing that issue, finding where, because of which code, which environment, like this. Finding the problem root cause itself will take a time. Then they have to revert back the code. When they want to revert back the code, which version they want to revert back, these are all some big problems in the deployment. Deployment means that jar file they are going to deploy and make that URL available. No, that is what deployment. And this delivery means once everything is ready, push our code into the live, means that is what we say delivery. So continuous delivery means, say, here continuous integration means continuously integrating the code. In that, this is nothing but the code integration. Okay, here itself CT we will say, it is not the word used, but CT means continuous testing. In this process itself, see, when code is integrated continuous, there should be an in between deployment, no? So they will say continuous deployment. All these will happen for development environment, SIT, pre-production. Now everything will be ready for the production. No, this is nothing but continuous delivery. So mostly CI/CD means this is what they will say: continuous integration, continuous delivery, or deployment. Based on this word, you can imagine what is the level of the project. If they say deployment means, in some company, applying to the production also automated. 99% deploying into the production will be done manually after approval from all big ADs and other people. Delivery manager, product release manager will be there. So that person will be deploying it. So the continuous delivery means a software development practice where software C can be means what? It is ready, released production at any time. So till production, sorry, till pre-production, all the process are automated. And this is what release pipeline. So the operational team, what they do it, the second they deploy the code, automated testing will happen. It may be SIT or whichever the environment. So first the dev team operation, that unit testing JUnit will happen, and the code deployment to the testing environment. In the testing environment, what will happen? Automated testing will happen. So it will go for SIT, it will go for pre-production, and finally defects, everything will be mentioned. Everything is perfect now. You know very well, testing team have to give the sign off. We will give the sign off. Yes, this testing manager will send a mail. I hope you would have seen it before production. We can deploy this code to the production. Now release manager will be there quarterly. Sometimes they will change the release manager. Sometimes same release manager. After that release manager approval, that code will be deployed into a live application. So till this process, till this fully automated. From here, automate testing, deployment. Deployment means multiple environments, like a pipeline, one by one, it will happen. And you see from here itself, from this is a automated process of continuous integration, continuous testing. That is automated process of continuous deployment. This is, see, continuous deployment. This is continuous delivery. Again, I'm saying what they are, it can be done only. We have mentioned it as per the definition. So it is ready for the delivery. Not, again, don't get confused whether automatically it will be done into the production means no. So difference between delivery and deployment. Deployment, they mention every environment. Delivery, they specific about the production environment. Minute difference. So now the pain point of continuous delivery and deployment, like everything is an automated process. So the correctness of automated script can be verified at creation time. So once we create properly, then not even very minimal, no chance for database errors and all. Configurations will be proper. Maybe failures happen because of some other reasons, versions or some other reason, but 99% it will be proper. And deploying in multiple environments, automated script can pick for each environment. There is very less error when compared to manual testing. And this is again easily repeatable, less time to market. So less time to market means everything is ready. We can deploy at any time to the production. And so now only I'm coming. What is DevOps? Remember, DevOps is not a team or it's not a title. It's a pipeline. Pipeline means what? It is combination of, pipeline means it's an automated process. Simple, that's it. So two word, development team, operation team. In the development team, they are taking the word dev. Operation team, OPS. That is what DevOps. It's a smooth collaboration. It's not a separate dev team plus operational team. And we testing team is a part of dev team. So everyone working together. So don't take it's a team. Again, it's a automated process. The development team will write CI part, and testing team will work with the development team to work on CT. Deployment team will work on pipeline of deployment production. So all the tools will be integrated together. Somewhere if it is getting failed, respective team will pitch in and will solve the issues. So this is what DevOps. So it's more or less, it's like a collaboration and automation between the development and the operation team. A very larger pipeline from here till here. Well, two teams comes into the picture before going into the production. And it removes the hands of streamlined process, change everything, doesn't add the value. Again, whatever the process challenges, manual process, everything, it will remove it and made it everything as a streamlined process. Streamlined process means, well, fully automated, one by one level. We know when will happen at which frequency. After this only, the next one will start like that. They will do it in a pipeline. So DevOps is one team cannot do it. We must joint collaboration effort. So here the coding team, environment team, testing team, data, TDM. So all four of them, if we integrate only, DevOps will happen. Coding team means development team. Here the integration team also will come into the picture. Environment team, nothing but support team. And testing team in this data team will be called TDM team. So they give the data to everyone. They take care of all the data, pre-production, productions, all the stuff, cleaning of data, make ready for the testing. And testing team means QA team. That's about DevOps. So if you see here, the DevOps, again, I'm saying a lot of tools are there. Every phase is having a different tool. It depends on the project. They will choose the tool. So there is not coding means they will use a Puppet, Jeff, Dev, testing, they will use Terraform. This like this we have it. And see a lot of tools are there. So I can't say this is how I can do it. JUnit, TestNG, Selenium, Cucumber framework, different tools we can do for testing. In the here itself, if it's a Python, they will use PyCharm, Eclipse, GitHub, TFS, Bitbucket. For nowadays build and all Docker, Kubernetes came. So this is and all the most high demanding skill set nowadays. Even that automation also, the Docker came into the picture. And integrating everything, Jenkins will come. Nowadays, instead of Jenkins, even in GitHub, we can do it. GitLab, we can do it. Now, in terms of development, I'm going to show you. So there are something called Maven project. So Maven project means every product lifecycle, build lifecycle, they automated it. They can able to control with the help of form.xml, Java servlet application, JSP coding. So development code where it will be, no, it will be web. So this is what the development code. This is how they will create using the JSP coding, JavaScript. So here, it's a very simple applications where the requirement is, let pop up. This is a live application. Before this, if we click on this, you're getting OK button, no? OK. So OK button is clicked. Cancel button is clicked. Okay. So this is the requirement. Before production, I'm saying just imagine this application is not there means, so they will write some HTML page, title of that page, and they give all the details. It's a very easy functionality. Suppose if we are going to code for this particular page means, then what they do, all the values they use setter and getter method, they will bring the concept of encapsulation. They convert this value to JSON format, and serialization will happen, give connectivity to the database. A lot of process will they do it. So for easy understanding, I have taken just pop-up handling. This code is generated. Like that, you can visualize the team is having three codes, three requirement. So they want to keep this code in a cloud or a GitHub. So this code from the local, now you see this is a local. From here, you can see now some orange color symbol. It means it's all available in the cloud. That is called GitHub. So here the same code is available. They will check in now. Even if my local get deleted, this will be available here. Multiple branches. See here I can able to create different branches. I can create one branch for one developer, another branch, another developer, three branches, three developers. I will have a main branch. So if I am the lead, three developers will do and check in the code. I will review and then I will integrate it. So the main branch means which will have all the code. That's what they say. So development project will be there. Now every time when we, okay, this is development code. For this, the respective testing code using the, and again, one more thing I forgot to say here, the development here, they will have one more level called unit testing. I didn't do that using a JUnit. This application module wise, they will, or unit wise, they will test it using JUnit framework. So that I missed it. So this code, JUnit code will be there. And we testing team will use the TestNG framework, and using the Selenium, all the dependencies will be added. Once that is done, first we try to do everything in locally, and then using this. So we did all the testing code. Testing code is ready. Deploy. This is called Tomcat server. This is the develop support team. So they will have a particular server. In that server, whatever the war file, jar file we are giving, for example, one jar file we have created for the UAT environment, one is for SIT environment, means they will choose that war file, .war file, and deploy it. After deployed, this is how now it is deployed into local environment, localhost. So here they will do it manual testing. So this is a URL. For example, if I'm deploying it in SIT, I will get all the details, database details. So in SIT, I will deploy it. And this is an URL will be given to the testing team. They will say the deployment build is successful, deployment went smoothly. And now the environment is up, you can start the testing. So this is what the Tomcat server job is all about. And testing team, the same code, whatever we developed here, this again, it is moved to the GitHub, continuous testing, all driver files are ready. Now, a lot of tools, everything is integrated into the Jenkins. In the Jenkins, we have two jobs. One job is for the continuous integration. So continuous integration means just showing few things. See here, I give connectivity to the development project. All the credentials, all the setups are done from the main branch. From the main branch means, where is this? This is the main branch. See, this is a main branch. So all the configuration done. This poll SEM means every 1 minute, it will go and check here. Is there any change in the code? If there is any check in, if any developer, that is what continuous integration. No? If they check in the code, what will happen? Automatically, it will start the testing. So it will start the automation testing, and this war file, it will be created. And this war file only, it will deploy into Tomcat server. In this example, I mentioned localhost. In real-time scenario, every job, one job is for SIT, one job for UAT, like one is for production. If it is an automated process, they will have it. After this, so this is like continuous integration, continuous deployment. Suppose continuous testing is also there, means one more job will be there. So here I'm saying once you complete, once if it is successful, then what you need to do, you go and do the continuous testing. And here itself, we can see the jar file last build. See here, this is what start. See, this is what that war file. Can you all able to see? War file. This file only, if they deploy into this particular server, the latest code, see the entire Java project, this entire Java project code is finally converted into a single file. .war file, in some case jar file. War file, this they will deploy into Tomcat server. Multiple server will be there. Here Tomcat server, multiple environment will be there. In that environment, if they deploy it, now that environment will be app. So here one more job is there, that is called continuous testing. See, continuous testing means if anyone check in the code, if deployment is successful, then you start this execution. How will you start the execution? You download the latest testing code again from the GitHub. Same thing. This is CT, means continuous testing, from the main branch. So it's the same process even the testing team will follow. Multiple branches we will have it. Every 1 minute I will go and check it, so that no need of any person. Automatically it will happen. You just build it and then email. See, these and all we can able to publish the report. We can mention to whom we need to send the mail. See, email to unstable, separate email to individual who broke the build. So like that we can do a lot of configuration. After that, what you need to do, you want to push it, or many things are there. Publish HTML report, test engine report, or lot of options there. Depends on the project, we will configure it. So entire project configuration is done, and you can. So what I'm going to do is, now the application is with, see, confirm pop-up with OK and cancel button. Okay, this is what there. Now development code, I'm going to add purposefully Vinoth. So this is nothing but local. I'm going to integrate this code. What I will do, see, from here, this again I'm going to integrate, everything will be fully automated. Where is team? Check in the code. This is nothing but continuous integration. Added the name Vinoth. Commit to the main branch. I'm pushing it. Success. So if you go and see it here, see here now, someone added. I gave a comment. No. Now let's go and check this job. We will wait. Automatically it will pick. Every 1 minute it will go and check if someone added code in the GitHub. That is how the setup is done. So someone checking the code, the development team will do their own work. Now it should pick. 47 it should come. Yes, see, Q came. Build process started automatically. 3 developers checking the code means 3 build will be in queue. So what exactly happens now? We can see that log here. So it downloads all the files from the GitHub. Build is successful, and that jar file is deployed into this particular server. So now continuous testing, continuous testing, continuous testing, console. So this is nothing but the testing code. So they have tested. See here. Can you all able to see the word Vinoth is added? Everyone. So initially that word is not there. Now I'm just printing. I'm not doing anything here. Just whatever the message come, I'm trying to get the text, the confirmation text message and displaying here. So that value is Vinoth added now. So few minutes before, if you see the previous build, this is build 10 now. Let's go and check build 10, 9, console output. So this is the, so here there is no Vinoth. It means what? Latest code whatever the second the developer check-ins the code. This is nothing but continuous integration. Once the continuous integration happens, continuous deployment followed by continuous testing. Here, I don't think. Can you able to see what is the deployed code? It added or not? Put a text message. Everyone at least now able to visualize what is CI, CDs. So this is a latest code. Actually, it is a defect. That's a different story. I didn't write any code for finding a defect. Just I am saying few minutes before in that environment, this Vinoth word was not there. Now in that environment, the developer, the first developer, whatever, the checking the code, continuous integration from the local, it went to GitHub, from the GitHub with the Jenkins job, what it happened if JUnit is not there, or else that testing will happen and that particular war file is deployed into this environment. After this, continuous testing happened. Suppose while deploying here, if it is failed means testing will not happen. Everyone will get a mail. There is a problem in the way you check in the code. Some database connectivity issue or blah, blah, something will be there. So now the development team will go and work on, okay, developer 1, 2, 3, which build it got failed. They will fix on it automatically. Suppose this is successful. Continuous testing, if proper testing is written like how we do a manual testing, exact, we can able to replicate as an automation testing means, then if this test case, suppose this is what the actual result is expected result this one, but actual results we got some other word, it's a defect. Now what will happen? That script will fail. The second the build will fail means everyone will get a mail like this actual and expected are not same. Now the developer will go and fix it accordingly. Okay, maybe in the SIT the issue is fixed. When I try that in UAT, the issue is still exists. So they will go and check where the things are not happening. This is how in every project it will work. If you want, we can revert back or do whatever we want. So CI CD is done. You can put it in text or you can unmute and ask, anything is fine. But by now you should able to understand if some dev guy says like my build is, I'm going to add the code means what they are saying, they're going to check in the code. Someone says I'm going to deploy means they're going to deploy that war file in the particular server. If automation teams who are going to work, or you're going to be an automation resource means the automation code using the test ng or whichever the framework as per the client expectation. And again, to my knowledge is automated testing. Not every project will follow it. Very less project will follow such process and purely depends upon the resources, how they have intake. But definitely testing team will be there. So continuous integration deployment. After that, you will get a mail saying that the build is successful. The second you saw the mail, you will start doing the testing. If you do it manually, manual testing. Automatically, if it does automation testing. But advantage, what is having using continuous automation as 5 developers checking the code means you can't normally in agile team or scrum, what we will do, we will go and say, see, don't put build as you wish. We will give 2 time slot. This is how I did. Afternoon one build or evening 3 or 4, like that one build. I can able, once all build is successful, all build means all incremented code is done, then only I will go for the manual testing, because every time I can't go and test the same thing. This is a process. But now that even if we leave at 5 p.m. testing team is not there, but the script is there means even they check in the code late evening, late night, early morning, team is not there means testing will happen. For this reason only, every company's roadmap is to convert functional testing into an automation resource. So such an important area in this. Suppose if you know a proper automation script, definitely you can be a rock star. Why I'm saying, because development team will like you so much if you create an automation script which they don't want to depend on you. So but only tricky part is not every test case can be automated. That is also you should remember. Few test case we can't say 100% automation is possible. Batch execution, uh, some 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 test cases can be executed after night patch process. So there are some places there is no replacement for manual testing. Keep that point also in mind. Maximum when you do or implement an automation process means defect testing, you no need to cry. You put how many builds, whatever you want, you put it, no problem. My code is available. Automatically, it is going to say pass or fail, and everything will be fully transparent. So, but as an automation, what uh, advice I will give you is we have to be very careful following all the coding standard naming conventions, sort message, and object identification mechanism, XPath, locate us. If you write this properly only, even there is small change in the object, script will work. Because why companies are scared to bring this process fully transparent is it has equally backfire you. If everything fully automated goes smoothly means you will get appreciated. Something fails means the log will be there. Who's the person developed? Everything can be viewed in the cloud. So if you go and see, for example, if I'm not giving you an admin access, so I can see here, so this guy from 17th, I can go and see every build details. You will not be an admin. So whatever you do, all the logs will be there. It's very easy to go and check what is your team process. So that's about the DevOps.
I hope you got a better clarity now on this entire DevOps CI CD process. In case of any queries, drop a comment. I will reply to that. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe because many more QA and automation courses are coming soon. Thanks for watching. Once again, happy Diwali and happy learning.